Best Buy. I had to get a cable for my computer, actually. Sarah, what are you out here for?
It's for Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, okay. So what kind of bars do you have?
I have caramel, milk chocolate, crisp, and dark chocolate.
Okay, are they trying to make you sell the whole box, or?
Yeah.
They are. How much are you asking a piece of?
It's $2 a bar.
$2 per bar. Okay. So let me take 15 bars.
15?
Yeah, 15.
Okay. And what kind?
Whatever kind is your favorite.
Okay. Well, I really like caramel.
Caramel. Okay.
Thank you.
There you go. You're welcome. So let me go. Some milk chocolates, 3, and then 4, 5. Okay, so and I get 2 more, right? So I have 10, and then 2 more will make $30. I mean, 5 more will make $30. There's no way I'm gonna be able to eat all these candy bars, so I guess I'll give them to somebody. What's up, fam? Just left a safety stand down. So that's where all hands will get together and they just talk about like holiday safety, drunk driving, stuff like that. Please excuse my shirt. My shirt is acting up. So in the Navy, if your shirt under your uniform is like, the collar is acting all weird, we call it a bacon neck. And people are telling me, yo, fix your bacon neck. So this shirt has got to go. I also have to get a new uniform because this one, my buttons are missing and it's getting faded. Even though I've been through a lot in this uniform, it's got to go soon. Rice cakes, quick meals, nutritious, delicious. They're good. I take these everywhere on the go. Like if I don't have a chance to cook rice or potatoes or something like that, I will opt for rice cakes, and they're very good because you don't have to heat them up, you don't have to keep them refrigerated. They're easy to eat. So you already saw the title of this video. You know what it's going to be about. I wanted to make this video for a while now, actually, because some of the first few questions that I've gotten asked is there racism in the military? And I think this is a popular question because you have ethnicities, like all different kinds of people going to the military. You know, the military doesn't say since you're a certain gender or ethnicity, you can't do this or you can't do that. It's pretty fair. The opportunity is equal amongst all branches. And some of you may be watching this and you're thinking, well, that's not true. You know, I had a supervisor that was a different color than me and they looked down on me because I was a different color than them or something like that. But what I like to do is I like to incorporate people into my videos. I like to get other people's perspectives because I figure it's valuable, and it's not just coming from me, it's coming from others. So I sat down with my leading petty officer, LPO. I have mad respect for this guy, MA1 Joshua, very good guy. So I sat down with him, and that's the interview you're gonna see right now. So without further ado, I'm gonna go into work and I'm gonna let you watch this interview. So again, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe if you're new here, and hit that thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Let's see how good you are. The camera.
Sending nothing, man.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Austen Alexander. First of all, I apologize for the birds. You can probably hear some of the birds that are like fighting on the roof or whatever. But today I have a very special guest. Are you nervous?
Doing? No, I'm not nervous at all.
Okay. Today I have a very special guest. Hold on, I'll let you do your intro in a second. This is my LPO, leading petty officer in the Navy. It's a leading petty officer, which is essentially my boss, MA1. So MA1, welcome. Thanks for being with me today. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
How y'all doing? My name is MA1 Joshua. Been in the Navy for about 16 years in November. Definitely had a blast. It's definitely been interesting working with this guy. So hopefully we can get a very productive and efficient video done for you guys today.
Cool. Now, the topic, as you already saw from the title of this video, topic is racism. So the reason I decided to do this video is because I've had lots of people DM me and ask me questions that are interested in the military or that are already in the military, asking me to do a video on racism. So the reason I asked MA1 to be here today because I respect his opinion. Also, he has a different ethnicity than me. So I didn't figure it would be right for me to just be chatting off about my experiences. So I wanted him to have his input as well. So first of all, racism in the military. I think it's definitely, how do I word this? It's something you wonder about because, I mean, I grew up in Alabama, And when I went to the military, I was all of a sudden surrounded by a very diverse ethnic group. I wasn't used to it. Have I experienced any racism in the military? No, not per se. But have I heard of stories of people being looked down upon or being joked about because of their race? Yes, I've heard stories. Yeah. So I'm gonna pass it to MA1. MA1, do you want to give your input on that?
I've been in the military for 16 years, like I mentioned before, and I have not had any personal encounters regarding racism in the military. And that's not to say that it doesn't exist. I just can speak firsthand that I have not experienced it. However, early on in my career, I have been approached by other black males, and they kind of took a mentor role, and a lot of it was based off of race. However, I didn't consider it a negative thing. It was just more like I can relate to them, or they can relate to me because they were the same race, just being African American or black or whatever title you want to put on it.
Okay. And I think lots of the stories that we hear, we always hear the negative parts. If one thing happens on account of racism or somebody being racist, everybody hears about it. At the command, it can be passed down for years and years and years. So you don't hear about the good. You never hear about people not being racist or anything like that. So I think that's where the stories spring from. Now, I'm not saying that nobody experiences racism in the military, because, like I said, it is a very diverse ethnic group, and you just have lots of different races, working together in the same workplace and everything. But in my personal experience, I have never experienced racism, and in one's personal experience, he has never experienced racism. Have you ever seen anybody being frowned upon or looked down on because they were a certain race?
I've heard, when I say this, there has been times, just being in the Navy, being in Master at Arms, you'll come across individuals that, for whatever reason, they may be drunk or under some type of influence, or just being from different areas of the country. I'll tell you a story. When I first came in, and he might see this video, but when I first came in the military, I actually had a guy that said he never met a black person in real life. And first person he met in boot camp was black, and he thought, just black people was all criminals, because the ones that he did see in Washington State was from watching cops. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So I just wanted to pick the brain of somebody who never, physically met a black person until boot camp. And he was probably about 25, 26 years old. So I just wanted to kind of see how he thought. Like, what was his thought process? What was his thought pattern when he did meet, a black person? He would ask a lot of questions. From the outside looking in, he would appear to be racist, but he was genuinely intrigued and interested. So he would ask a lot of questions, and sometimes he would ask me questions that I was kind of thrown back for, and then I had to switch into the mindset, like, wait a minute, he's genuinely honest in his questions. And then I actually did have a guy who was a young kid. I think he was kind of testing the racial limits, because he asked me a question, and it kind of annoyed me a little bit, because I saw that he wasn't honest and he wasn't true. But he asked the question. He said, would black people rather be called black or colored? And when he asked me that, it was kind of offensive, because this was back in 2003. So that term has been away for a very long time.
Yeah.
And he was young. He was probably maybe 20, 21 maybe. And I think he was just trying to be funny. And I had to explain to him and say, you might be cautious of who you ask that question to, because I'm more subtle, more responsible, but there's a lot of ignorant people out there who might have took it the wrong direction. It could have elevated to something real quick. So, I mean, there are people out there that still, use or mask themselves racist, or maybe not, but they just find different ways of masking it. But it's not overbearing. And it's usually not it's not to the point where it's disrespectful. At least I haven't felt that I've been disrespected. But not to say that nobody else has been disrespected, but it's very different, very interesting learning people's perspective regarding race in general.
Yeah. And I also want to get this straight. So just because we are military, we are in the military, doesn't mean that there's a whole different, there's so many different types of people, just like there are in civilian life. Like, just because we're in the military doesn't mean there aren't thieves, murderers, people that use drugs. It's just like in the real world, there are people that actually do that. So I would say racism is not common in the military, but there is some potential there for you to run across maybe a racist or somebody that has racism. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Racist intentions. So I want to break that down for y'all, and I kind of wanted to debunk this because I've been hearing a lot of rumors and questions about this. So I just kind of wanted to debunk it. 5 years and 16 years, almost 16 years, and we've never ran across any racist, belligerently racist people towards us. So I just wanted to throw those thoughts out there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, if you have a story, share it with me. I love reading the comments, and I will respond to them. So do you want to add anything else? We don't have to stay in the racism circle. We can branch out to anything that you think anybody should know going into the military, or that is considering the military.
Well, I would actually like to add something, because there's a lot of different reasons that people join the military. I, for one, I joined originally out of boredom. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was kind of stuck at my job. I used to work at McDonald's. My only job I've ever had was McDonald's, and then I walked into a career. And I'm not sure exactly what his story is, but I'm sure he got a completely different story from mine. So there's definitely opportunities. It took me out of the streets of Baltimore, and I've traveled all around the world. And again, there's positives and there's negatives, but you got to take it for what it's worth. You get what you put in. So if you decide that you want to come and you want to excel in whichever direction that you want to go in, then put forth that energy, and you'll definitely have some positive results. The military it's definitely a stepping stone to any success, whether it's inside, whether it's in your life after the military. So don't be scared, and if you are scared, it's okay to be scared, because that just means that you'll put that much energy into it to make sure you succeed. So with that being said, thank you for your time. Thank you for giving me this platform to be able to discuss some things, and
I appreciate it. Everyone, I appreciate you being here. All right, guys, so that's it. Like I said, drop your thoughts below in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.